everyone, Amanda here from scrimpymummy.co.uk. Thanks for joining me today. I shared this lovely stationery set on Saturday on my blog. I was blog hopping with my team and this is what I created, and I promised I'd come back today and show you how to create the folder. So I've used the prize peony, I've created the beautiful flower, and I've used leaves from the Forever Fern. I've forgotten its full name. Fern foliage. I'll leave it in the description on my blog. I've used that as the background for the leaves, and then I've used some seam binding there, and at the back of here we've got a doily, and then I've added a stick pin, which is a craft I used to do a lot at one time. I'm not going to show you the full decorating. You can do that quite easily. There's lots of videos on how to create these flowers. I'm just going to show you quickly how to do the folder, and then matting and layering the paper is just the same as doing a card. So we've got a little buckle closure here that slides out, and we've got a little buckle there. I'll show you how to do that, and then it opens like so, and we've got two pockets, and inside all I've done, it's very beautiful, but all I've done, I've mat and layered paper back and the back as well to make it luxurious, and then I've bundled here, I've got some envelopes, okay, and I have stamped the envelopes with one of the prized peony stamps from the Peony Garden Suite, and then I've done a 1/4 inch border all the way around, marked it with pencil and then gone round with pen, and so I've done some of those, and then I've done, this is just copier paper, more stamping, okay, so that's loose writing paper, and then here I've just got a little notebook that I've bought locally. You can get them really cheap, you generally get a pack of 4, and all I've done is quickly stamped every single sheet, and then wrapped it with hand-dyed seam binding, and I've dyed this with Flirty Flamingo. Alright, so I'm just going to show you very quickly how to create the actual folder, and it just fastens there, and that will just slide back in like so. It's very pretty, but it's very easy. All you need to do is start with a sheet of A4 cardstock, alright, and on the long side it needs to be 11.5 by 8.25. This is just a little bit longer than 11.5, but it doesn't matter, we don't need to, we're going to be trimming some off anyway. So on the long side you start by scoring at, and I've left all of this over on my blog scrimpymummy.co.uk. in the description box below you'll find a clickable link which will take you there. Alright, so you don't need to write these down, you can get them on my blog. So on the long side we're doing 1/4 inch. Has that done it right? Let me do it again a little bit slower. It can be a little bit fussy, that 1/4 inch, because it's quite close. So 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. We're sliding a bit, my scoreboard's sliding about on this glass mat. So 1/2 inch, then 5.5, and then 6. Okay, and then we're going across to 11 and 11.25. Okay, you can trim that to 11.5 if you like, but it really doesn't matter. Then we're going to turn on the short side, and we're going to score at 1.5 and 1.75. Okay, I've also just quickly cut 2 small pieces of cardstock at 1 inch by, just, I don't really know, you do it by eye. Oh, let me just cut another piece. I'm just going to cut 2 that way, and I'll just cut 1 slightly longer, and I just do it by eye really, but you want it at least an inch wide. Okay. Right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to just fold and burnish all of those edges. Let me just grab some tape really quickly. Alright, oops, I don't know where that's come from. So we're going to very carefully fold and burnish all of those score lines. It's super simple. You can always slow down my videos, you can speed them up, you can rewind and watch them again. And you can take this basic principle, you could make it smaller, you could make it fatter, and this has been made to fit the C6 envelopes so that they're not peeking out of the top. So that's all of those folded and burnished. So what we're going to do, we're going to, let's have a look. So in this centre part here, we're going to cut all of that away so that we've just got the middle strip. Okay, and then here we're going to, what we're cutting away here, let me remind myself. We're cutting them two little squares and all of this away, and at the same size here, the two little squares we don't need, and we don't need all of that up there. Alright, so hopefully you can follow that. It's quite straightforward. So if we turn it here, we've got the small score there. We're cutting up to the second score line, and then we're just cutting straight up all the way to the top to remove that. And that's why it doesn't matter if you don't cut your paper exactly to the 11.5, because we're cutting it away anyway. Alright, just make sure that that's cut nicely. Okay, and we're going to do the same here. Turn it around, cut away the first two little squares. Okay, and then all the way up. Take more time over it than I'm doing. I'm doing it really quickly on my lunch break from work. I was meant to film yesterday, but with it being Father's Day, we had a lovely family day, so I didn't get a chance. So then in the centre here, we're going to cut up to the second score line. Okay, at either side, and then just remove that piece there. Alright, now at this point, this is where you want to mat and layer your front panels here. I did the inside, you don't have to, and then you can do the front and the back. And all you need to do is measure it and cut it either 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 inch shorter. Alright, it just depends how you like to layer. And then all we do on here, we fold over there, and so you've got one score line, two score lines. So the furthest across is where you want to put the tape. Super simple, doesn't get any easier. So we're putting tape on there. Okay, and the same on this side. Alright, if I'm really quick, I can do this on my dinner break and still get some actual lunch as well. Okay, there we go. Alright, so then what you're doing is you're having that little square there like so, and we're going to form a pocket. So line it up neatly. You can use wet glue if you like, it gives you a bit more wiggle room. I'm using tape for speed, and you want that lining up there to create that pocket. I've not done that perfect, let me try again. Just bear with me. Get that lined up nicely. Okay, and then we do the same at the other side, and you're just creating that little squared off pocket there. Alright, no need to notch or anything, it's not necessary. And then you've got your two little pockets, and that is your basic simple folder, and that will fold together nicely. Okay, like so. So then all you need to do is you need to get your little pieces, your little strips. Alright, so what I do is I layer it with paper, and then you glue it to the back there. Okay, so find the middle point, glue it to the back. I'm just going to use tear tape for speed, because I don't got time for the glue today. Alright, remove the tape, attach it to the back. Just remember, I'm doing this really quickly to just show you the basic design. You need to take a lot more care, and then it goes across like so. If you think it's too long, you can trim it down. I think it's better, it's alright like so. And then you're going to put a piece that goes across like a buckle. Alright, so I just do it by eye, I think. Okay, so just about that much will be enough. Trim it off. Put some glue either side. I do prefer glue. I'm doing tape for the speed of the video. Okay, and then this is going to create a little buckle for you to slide that tab into as a closure. You can also use ribbon, or you could do a belly band. You don't have to do what I'm doing. Alright, so there we go. It'd go like so. We put it across there like that, and a deer at either side, and that's your basic principle. Okay, obviously do it a bit tidier and straighter than me. And then, you know, you would have already layered your paper before this. And then I went ahead and I decorated it beautifully with one of the lovely flowers. So that is the very bare basics of how to create that lovely folder. When it's all layered with the beautiful paper and you've got that beautiful handmade stationery inside, it really is a wow product. So there you go. Take those measurements, go and have some fun, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.